Hey everyone, Logan here, and I'm really excited to announce the release of my new SEO tool, Metatest Lab. A couple of reasons you might want to check it out. One, you might be head over heels with SEO data, but you're stranded when it comes to finding a tool that can help with implementation and deployment of projects. Number two, if you've got a spreadsheet full of title and H1 optimizations, but you don't really have the bandwidth to go through the entire CMS of pages one by one and try to implement them each by hand. Number three, if you find that you have to sometimes pass along simple SEO improvements to your dev team, but that dev ticket might take weeks or months before your request becomes a priority. And number four, if you're an agency or maybe a consultant, but your clients can't grant CMS access because of security reasons or internal approvals, so you find that you're kind of at the mercy of the client when it comes to implementation. Without further ado, let's dive right into the tool. So here's what it looks like. This is what you would see upon login. And you've got your dashboard, really simple dashboard. You've got credits here. And then when we look into this is more the main part of the dashboard. This is the website section. It's designed as a multi-domain type of tool, meaning you can add as many websites as you need. If you've got a large portfolio of websites, or even if you're just an in-house team and you just need to utilize the tool on one website, that's perfectly okay as well. But you do have the ability to manage multiple websites in the same dashboard, which really makes your job as an agency or as a consultant much easier. Now, the other thing to check out in the tool is that for each domain that you add, you'll have a unique dashboard for that domain. So let's look at this example website. You can see that in this dashboard, it's sort of a dashboard within a dashboard for this particular website. We can see the URI, we can see the meta titles, the H1s, as well as the clicks, impressions, and other GSC data to help us inform our decisions about how we want to optimize these and also to prioritize which ones to optimize. We can edit each one of these pieces of information, the titles and the H1s, directly, and we can do that one by one, all in one dashboard. Once again, we don't have to go find these pages in the CMS and click through and edit them in Yoast or Rank Math, but rather we can just click directly in the tool, optimize or change those titles and H1s directly and save them, and they'll push live to the site. It's worth noting that this tool also works across any CMS. So this is a CMS agnostic tool, whether you're hosting your website and running it with WordPress, or whether you are operating with a custom dev environment or any other CMS, this tool will work just fine because we publish this through the JavaScript, which Google can in fact read and index, and we've tested this extensively with no issues. Now, the more exciting thing comes when you want to use our bulk upload feature. So the bulk upload, you can export a CSV template, and then you can utilize that CSV template. It'll give you all your website's titles and H1s, along with that data that we looked at earlier. And then if you want to edit, let's say hundreds or even thousands of titles and H1s all in one fell swoop, you can do that by simply adding those to the CSV and importing them back into the tool. So now that we understand how the tool works, let's actually go through and set up a new website and see exactly how to use the tool. So I'm going to go back to the websites dashboard, and we're going to add a new website. And in this case, I'm going to add my own domain, loganbryant.com. So now I have essentially added a dashboard for my domain, but I'm not quite finished setting the tool up for my domain. I can see that my domain has been added to the multi-domain dashboard, and I can click through, and I've got some data in here. Looks like it's already populated my URLs, but I still need to verify the tracking code and connect Google Search Console. So the tracking code, which you can see right here, this is the code that you actually want to inject in the head of your website. And this is the code that will actually push these optimizations live on your domain, whether you want to do them one by one or whether you want to use the bulk upload feature. So the first thing I'll do is grab this code. I'll head over to my Google Tag Manager account, and I've already created a container for this tag. But anytime I make a change, I do end up with a new unique ID. So you want to make sure that this unique ID matches the one that is pushed live to your website. So I'm going to save this, and this should publish the tag to the website. Now, the second thing after we have installed the tag is we want to connect Google Search Console so we can get all that great data to help inform our decisions. So I'm going to connect Google Search Console with this button. So we can now see some of the data here. The titles and H1s may take just a minute to get crawled and populated. So you can see these two fields are empty right now. I'm going to pause the video and come right back as soon as those are populated so you can see all the data and what it will look like. And we're back. So now that the tool has finished populating these meta titles and H1 information into the dashboard, you can see they're all here now. And we've also verified the site using the tracking code and the Google Search Console connection. It's time to actually see this tool in action. So let's do a very simple implementation on the blog. Right here, the first one that we see is just blog. You can see I've got a very basic, very simple meta title here. And we can go over here to edit. And again, I can see the original meta title. I might want to make that a little bit better. So I'll say something like my B2B SEO blog. And well, I don't always do this, but I'll put my name in this one just because there's space. And then we'll save the changes, and we'll make sure that it is set to active, and that will ensure that the new optimization goes live. If I want to deactivate that, I can easily revert back to the old title or the original title and turn off whatever the new one is that I edited. And let's double check that it's working on my blog. In fact, I've got a window over here on my blog page. So right now, this was the original title because I haven't refreshed this yet. And if I do refresh it, then we can see the new title populating. So that tells us that the tracking code is working and we are able to push things live through the tool. So no issues there. Let's go ahead and check out right away. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to just delete that field just so that I can be ready. And let's do a bulk upload and see how that one works. So first, you're going to export a CSV. And that CSV will look like this. Like I said, it's going to export all of the data that we had in the tool when we first set it up. So you've got the URI, you've got the original meta title, which is no changes have been made. That's just what's displaying currently. You've got a field right next to it where you can insert the new meta title that you want to update. And then same with the H1. So you can do, you can see what's currently there. You've got a field here to insert a new H1 right next to it. And also, you've got all the GSC data that we saw earlier. So I like to prioritize these based on impressions. Sometimes I even like to subtract clicks from impressions so I can see all of the available clicks. And that helps me to prioritize whatever pages have the most to gain through these optimizations. So that's what we get. And I've got another copy here that's already been filled out because um, I've written several new title changes for the test. Here we've got the same sheet, but I've already pre-populated all of the new meta title changes as well as a lot of new H1 changes that I want to make across all of these pages. And I want to upload this into the tool so that we can implement them all at once without having to click through each one of the pages in a CMS. So let's go ahead and import that CSV. Upload is complete. And we're done. So now we should have all of our new meta titles showing up. I can see already in the dashboard that the new meta titles and H1s are appearing in the dashboard. But our last step is to make sure that those new titles and H1s are showing up on the pages themselves. So let's check this B2B SEO strategy page as an example. We're going to go ahead and Google that incognito. So checking our page, it is loading now, and I can see here at the top that the new meta title is showing up in the tab, reaching the next level of B2B SEO strategy in 2025, and the new H1 is also loading properly here on the page as well. So you can do more spot checks and check all the others. Main thing to make sure of is you want to make sure that your active column is checked to on. If it is toggled to off, then it won't load. But other than that, it looks like it is showing up correctly, and all of our new titles and H1s are in fact active. So there you have it. This was the full demo video and tutorial for Metatest Lab. Make sure to head over to metatestlab.com, claim your $1 lifetime access, and let me know how the process goes for you.